Everyone remembers the Twilight craze. Every fall from 2008 to 2012, crowds of teenage girls lined up to see the heartthrob love triangle movie of the year. Adrenaline is in the air and tingles your fingers while everyone is waiting to see if Bella would choose to fall in love with Edward or with Jacob. You watch the movie and you get to know the 17-year-old high school junior, her werewolf love interest, and her 104-year-old vampire boyfriend. Throughout each movie, you see crazy amounts of jealousy from Edward and Jacob. Edward constantly reminds his girlfriend Bella of his strength and power over her, and you watch Edward watch Bella while she sleeps. It's a movie that conveys stalking, emotional manipulation, and dominance as a form of flattery. This is the representation of love for girls and young women across America. I myself have done research on the topic and find myself of the 1 in 10 who find themselves in intimate partner abuse by my sophomore year. 1 in 10 high school students have been purposely hit, slapped, or physically hurt by a boyfriend or girlfriend. 1 in 3 adolescents in the U.S. is a victim of physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner, a figure that far exceeds the rates of other types of youth violence. Girls and young women between the ages of 16 and 24 experience the highest rate of intimate partner violence, almost triple the national average. Among female victims of intimate partner violence, 94% of those aged 16 to 19 and 70% of those aged 20 to 24 were victimized by a current or former boyfriend or girlfriend. Finally, nearly half, 43% of dating college women report experiencing violent and abusive dating behaviors. I propose to you to educate yourself on the topic enough to feel comfortable enough to inform others and educate yourself. To understand why the problem is going under the radar, it's best to understand the perspective of victims. Most believe the abuse is normal, which makes sense with heavy media influences that blur the lines in movies like Twilight. Media reflects real-life events in one's life. It's a clear issue if relationships like this are glorified and are crazed over, and this is setting a toxic standard in young, impressionable minds. In a different perspective, there are startling statistics for our peers, other college students. Nearly 43% of dating college women report experiencing violent and abusive dating behaviors. College students are not equipped to deal with dating abuse. 57% say it's difficult to identify, and 58% say they don't know how to help someone who's experiencing it. It is clear that the lack of information can have negative impacts on the safety of yourself and the ability to help others if the situation is to occur. Now that the issue of impression from the media is clear, it's best to look forward on how to prevent it. My solution requires the individual to be informed and stay educated of relationship health. There can be pressure and conflicting emotions in these emotionally critical situations, and it's best to be ready to navigate through the conversations and feelings. Currently, there is a pledge where Curtis Connor has pledged to match each donation up to $10,000. The goal is only $10,000, but it currently stands over $16,700 in donations. I encourage donations, and if you find yourself unable to donate, just spreading the resource also. I recommend the site because it includes certain safety features that make it much better than the rest. If you're looking at the site and find yourself in an unsafe situation, or you wouldn't be comfortable with someone seeing that you saw the site, it exits immediately and can't be traced in your history. If other organizations were to put forth the effort to raise as much as loveisrespect.org, that gains massive exposure and prevention education to bring statistics down. It is prevalent that the statistics are high and will only get higher if individuals don't stay informed. Everyone, boy and girl, whatever age, should know how to help themselves and how to help another, even if you're just giving a resource like loveisrespect.org. I was 15 when I let out the cry for help, and the first memory of change that I remember was when I accepted that I needed help and the church leader who gave it to me. Go to loveisrespect.org today and learn how you can carry the conversation.
Yours